Have you ever heard someone say to you that breakups don't just happen in relationships, they can happen in friendships too? If you haven't, it's true. It fucking hurts. People can have breakups in friendships. I've had many like little ones, I guess not like breakups, but kind of like drifting away from people, but having these big kind of cut-offs from friends is an awful thing to happen. So friendships that are like best friend kind of like status are obviously the ones that I mainly am talking about, and I mean these can be people who you've been friends with even for a short amount of time. You don't have to be like really long friends for them to be your best friend. You could have known them a couple of months and be very close to them. So around September, when I started my first year of university, I had a best friend at home. We were very close for couple of years, maybe 2 or 3 years. We became inseparable. We were best friends. We ended up having a kind of fallout when I started university. I'm not going to tell reasons and tell stories because it's in the past, but it has taken us about 18 months until we at least spoke to each other, and now we're like, it's okay, like the friendship's kind of there, but it's never be what it used to be, which is a sad thing. And then as well, I had a friend who I was friends with for about 6 or 7 years. Met her through a local like group we went to, drama group, and again we were inseparable. We were so close to each other that people at one point thought we were a couple because we were that close with each other. Not like odd ways, don't take it like that, but just very close friendship wise. However, with this friendship, this was more of like a kind of drift off thing, and then there was like a big kind of blow up around my birthday again when I was just about to start university. University just ruins friendships. Both times with those friendships, it just hurts so bad because it is like you're in a relationship. This person you're spending your time with, if you look at the friendship from kind of a distance, these people you can like spend so much time with each other. Like me and the girl I was friends with for 6 or 7 years, she lived down the road from me, and we would spend most evenings at either one of another's houses, or we'd like stay over on the weekends. We would go out and do stuff, we'd go for drives, everything. And you do that in a relationship and you share memories with them, you make memories with this person. And then with a best friend, you see the side of them that other people maybe don't see. When I was friends with one of them, we were obviously so close that they saw the best and the worst sides of me, and I saw the best and the worst sides of them. And you make that connection, and that's why I see it like a relationship, but obviously it's like minus one little thing. As time goes on, people mature up and get older, make new friends, and yes, it's sad when a breakup happens with a friendship because you're losing however many months, years worth of memories and this connection with a person. But with life and moving on and growing up, you make new friends, you make new relationships with people, and everything seems to kind of build back up on itself. Since coming to university, I obviously lost 2 of my best friends, but I've still got my best friend Jordan. We are still friends, even though we don't talk too much. We still see each other when I'm at home, and it's like nothing's ever changed. And that is a friendship I'm going to try and hold on to for the rest of my life because it just seems to work all the time. And then coming to university, I've been able to meet some of the most lovely people around who I live with, who I go to university with. I've joined societies and clubs that I probably wouldn't have if I wasn't wanting to make kind of new friends. Even though when I actually joined these clubs and societies, I'm always really quiet. I remember my first year in the equestrian team, I didn't speak to anyone, and now going out of my second year, I've made so many more friends, but I feel like they're really close friends with me now because we obviously see each other a lot, spend time up at the yard, and it's so rewarding having these other friends as well because it's so nice having people from different areas. Because I think a problem with being friends with someone who is like from the same area is you can get bored, which is a bit like in a relationship, you can get bored of a person maybe, or is that just me? I don't know. Basically this video is mainly just saying about how breakups can happen with old friends, but you make relationships with new ones, and I'm hoping these relationships and friendships that I've made now are the ones that are going to last me for years and years, because the ones that ended for a reason. And I think even if I was as close to them now as I was back then and kind of we restored the friendship, I don't think I'd be the same person that I am today, because those friendships, although they could have shaped me a little bit better, and I maybe would have turned out, don't know, maybe a bit nicer, or I don't know, just different. I don't think I would be who I am today, and to be quite honest, I'm quite happy with who I am today because of these friendships, because then I wouldn't have the friends that I do today, and there wouldn't be people who make up these friendships. So what is your opinion on friendships? Have you ever had a kind of breakup in a friendship, or have you always had one group or one friend to kind of share everything with, or is it the same as me? You've had friends and big breakups have happened and it hurts and everything, and you've moved on and made new ones. I'd love to know if people have had similar experiences or not with friends. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.